The 325th Bomb Squadron. Since 1942, its men and women have devoted their lives, risked their lives, and in some cases, given their lives. The legacy began with B-17s on anti-submarine patrols to help break Hitler's stranglehold and regain control of the sea. Then on to over 300 bombing missions throughout the war that was supposed to end all wars. And the men and women of the 325th gave their all. In 1946, they joined the Strategic Air Command flying B-29s, then moved to Fairchild Army Airfield, and in 1950 were called into the Korean War, striking targets in North Korea and fear into the hearts of North Koreans. For a while, the B-36 was our delivery system of choice, until the sleek new B-52, the Buff, or Big Ugly Fat Flyer, the D model, lit up the skies with 8 engines, and the ground below them with up to 108 bombs, enough to ruin any North Vietnamese general's day. Vietnam also saw names like Arclight and Linebacker and Bullet Shot with the G model enter into the history books, along with those who flew them. And the men and women of the 325th gave their all. Next, we stood strong on 24-hour nuclear alert, standing ready to do our job and praying to God that we'd never have to. Some members were called to retrain to G models and get the attention of Saddam Hussein and his not-so-elite National Guard. Later, Alley-oop flew B-2s straight down the throats of the enemy as Operations Allied Force, Enduring Freedom, and Iraqi Freedom made their mark on the world. And the men and women of the 325th gave their all. Today, the 325th flourishes again. Today, it still carries on, perhaps with a new mission and a new weapon system, but there was always going to be a new mission and always going to be a new weapon system. What's important is the people, the memories, the traditions that were set. The mark we made on the world can never fade, the mark we made on each other, our friends, our brothers in arms. It could be names like Schweinfurt, Kaesong, Hanoi, Diego Garcia, or Kosovo that mark the history of the 325th, but it isn't. It's names like Karjanis, Harper, and Daspit, Beeler, and more. It's all the ACs and the COs, the NAVs and the EWOs. It's the legacy of the gunners and all the support personnel that gave them wings to fly on. This is the history of the 325th. This is our legacy, and you are the men and women who gave your all.